All plants with more protein than meat, explained. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds contain around 31 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more protein than many cuts of meat. Most people think of hemp as something sprinkled on yogurt or blended into smoothies. But these tiny seeds are actually one of the most protein-dense plant foods in the world. They're also packed with healthy fats, minerals, and all 9 essential amino acids. For something so small, they're surprisingly powerful. And they're far from the only plant capable of competing with meat. Soybeans. If there were a hall of fame for plant protein, soybeans would probably be at the top. Dried soybeans contain roughly 36 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more than many commonly consumed meats. For centuries, soybeans have been transformed into tofu, tempeh, soy milk, and countless other foods. One reason they're so valuable is that they contain all essential amino acids, making them one of the few complete plant proteins. But soybeans aren't the only member of their family with impressive numbers. Edamame. Edamame are simply young soybeans, harvested before they fully mature. While they contain less protein than dried soybeans, they're still among the most protein-rich vegetables people regularly eat. They're commonly served as a snack, but nutritionally, they're much closer to a protein source than a side dish. And unlike many snacks, they actually help people stay full. The next plant is often overlooked completely. Lupin beans. In parts of Europe and South America, lupin beans have been eaten for generations, yet many people elsewhere have never heard of them. That's surprising because dried lupin beans contain around 36 grams of protein per 100 grams, comparable to soybeans, and significantly more than most meat. Researchers have even explored lupin as a sustainable alternative protein source for the future. But one of the oldest protein-rich plants on Earth is much more familiar. Lentils. Long before modern nutrition science existed, people were already relying on lentils. Ancient civilizations across the Middle East, Asia, and Europe cultivated them because they were inexpensive, filling, and nutritious. Dried lentils contain around 25 grams of protein per 100 grams. They also provide fiber, iron, and important minerals. Even today, they remain one of the world's most widely consumed plant proteins. Yet another ancient crop quietly delivers similar benefits. Split peas. Most people encounter split peas in soup and never think much about them. But dried split peas contain around 24 to 25 grams of protein per 100 grams. They're inexpensive, easy to store, and capable of feeding large populations efficiently. For centuries, sailors and armies relied on dried peas because they lasted so long without spoiling. The next plant may be even more famous: chickpeas. Today, chickpeas are best known for hummus, but their history goes back thousands of years. They're rich in protein, fiber, and complex carbohydrates. Dried chickpeas contain roughly 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, enough to compete with many protein sources people consume daily. And chickpeas aren't the only beans with impressive numbers. Black beans. Black beans have become a staple food across large parts of the world. Their combination of protein and fiber makes them especially satisfying. Dried black beans contain around 21 grams of protein per 100 grams. For generations, they have helped provide affordable nutrition to millions of people. Still, some of the most unusual protein plants don't grow as beans at all. Moringa. Known as the miracle tree, moringa has attracted attention from scientists around the world. When dried into powder, moringa becomes especially concentrated, containing around 25 grams of protein per 100 grams, comparable to many animal foods. What makes it stand out further is that it also contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it one of the rare complete plant proteins. And because the tree grows rapidly in challenging environments, some experts see it as one of the most important crops for the future. The next plant was once considered sacred: quinoa. Quinoa was cultivated thousands of years ago in the Andes Mountains. Ancient civilizations valued it so highly, it became central to their diets. The Incas called it the mother of all grains. Although technically a seed, it's often grouped with grains. And unlike most grains, quinoa contains all essential amino acids. At around 14 grams of protein per 100 grams raw, it doesn't top the list, but its complete amino acid profile and versatility have made it one of the most studied plant proteins in the world. But another ancient seed contains even more: amaranth. Amaranth has been cultivated for thousands of years across the Americas. Like quinoa, it's technically a seed rather than a grain. And like quinoa, it contains all essential amino acids. At roughly 14 grams of protein per 100 grams, it offers more than most grains, while also being rich in minerals and fiber. Despite being one of humanity's oldest crops, many people have still never tried it. The next protein source is hiding inside something most people throw away: pumpkin seeds. After carving pumpkins, many people discard the seeds. That's a mistake. Whole, dried pumpkin seeds contain roughly 30 grams of protein per 100 grams, placing them firmly ahead of many animal proteins by weight. They're also packed with magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats. And things get even stranger from here. Winged beans. At first glance, winged beans look unlike almost any other bean. Their pods have distinctive ridges that make them appear almost futuristic. What's truly unusual is that nearly every part of the plant is edible: leaves, flowers, roots, pods, and seeds. And the seeds contain protein levels comparable to soybeans. Some agricultural experts believe winged beans are among the most underappreciated crops on Earth. Yet there's one final bean that thrives where many other crops fail: tepary beans. For centuries, indigenous farmers cultivated tepary beans in some of the harshest environments imaginable: extreme heat, very little rainfall, poor soil, conditions that would destroy many crops. And despite those challenges, tepary beans continued producing reliable harvests. They're rich in protein, fiber, and important nutrients. Today, scientists study them not only for their nutrition, but because their drought resistance could become increasingly valuable in a changing climate. For thousands of years, farmers kept growing them where other crops failed. And despite containing more protein than many foods people automatically associate with protein, most people have never even heard their name.